What is the history of U.S. tourist visa policies? Imagine a time when traveling to the United States was a simple matter of showing up and hoping for the best. That was the early days of American immigration. Back then, there were no specific rules for tourists. The first big law, the Naturalization Act of 1790, focused on who could become a citizen, not who could visit temporarily. For most of the 1800s, the U.S. welcomed many immigrants with few restrictions. But as the country grew, it started to set limits. Starting in the late 1800s, laws began to exclude certain groups like Chinese laborers, criminals, and those with contagious diseases. These laws aimed at permanent residents, not tourists. The idea of a formal tourist visa came later. In the early 1900s, the government created different categories of non-immigrant visas. The Immigration Act of 1920 set quotas based on nationality, mainly for permanent immigrants. It also made a distinction between those coming to stay and those visiting temporarily. This law was the first step toward a system that would include tourist visas. Things changed significantly with the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1952. This law officially created the B-2 visa, which is the tourist visa we know today. It allowed foreigners to visit the U.S. for pleasure, usually for up to 6 months. It also introduced other non-immigrant categories like student and temporary worker visas. While it still used some quotas based on nationality, it made the process more organized. The biggest shift happened in 1965 with the Immigration and Nationality Act. This law abolished the old quotas based on where people came from. Instead, it focused on family reunification and skilled workers. This change made it easier for people from all over the world, including the Middle East, to visit the U.S. as tourists. After 1965, the number of visitors from different regions increased a lot. In the following decades, the U.S. made the visa process more standardized but also more careful. The visa waiver program started in 1986, letting citizens of certain countries visit the U.S. without a visa for up to 90 days. But most Middle Eastern countries are not part of this program, so their travelers need to apply for a B-2 visa. Post-September 11, 2001, security measures got stricter. The government introduced systems like the Electronic System for Travel Authorization, which allows travelers from visa waiver countries to get approval before flying. For those applying for a tourist visa, the process now includes a detailed application, an interview at a U.S. embassy or consulate, and proof that they will return home after their visit. Middle Eastern applicants often need to show strong ties to their home country, like a job, family, or property. Today, applying for a U.S. tourist visa involves filling out forms, paying fees, and attending an interview. The process can take several weeks, and the approval depends on how well you demonstrate your intention to visit temporarily and return home. The system balances welcoming visitors with protecting national security. While it can be challenging, many people from the Middle East successfully get their visas each year to visit family, see landmarks, or experience American culture. Understanding this history helps applicants know what to expect and how to prepare. It's all about showing your genuine reasons for visiting and your strong ties to your home country. With patience and good preparation, visiting the United States as a tourist remains an achievable goal for many around the world.